Alright, just waiting for the notification that I am live, and there it is. So let's go find my channel so I can talk to you guys. Perfect. Alright. Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Cheers to everyone. I am scrapbooking with my Punta Cana kit again. I'm trying to really get this project finished. I want to clean this atrociousness which has turned into my kit out, and I want to be able to put something else in this thing. This is a now unavailable case from IKEA. Just gonna put that out there because I do get some questions about what it is. And it's not really something you can get anymore, so there is that. I'm going to be really honest with you guys here. This is going to be kind of short and sweet tonight. Hi guys, hello everyone. This is going to be short and sweet tonight. Chloe and I went out to lunch together this afternoon because for some strange reason we were all off of work at the same time. And after we came home, we were just like not feeling that great, and we both took a nap. And yeah, I don't know what it was. Red Robin did not agree with us today. And I do have to be to work tomorrow morning at 4:30, so I cannot be up late tonight. So, short and sweet. I say all that to get to the actual scrapbooking. So this is one of those times, this is what I did in my Hearst Castle album. I had a lot of photos that I wanted to include, but I did not have really the mindset or the desire to officially scrapbook all of them. So I did this and I was happy with the results. So that's what I am doing with these Punta Cana photos. Like, I want them all to be featured in the album. I want to be able to look back at them and be able to have these memories, but I also don't want to scrapbook this lamp. We made fun of it because it just looks sad, but I don't want an entire page for that. If I put an entire page for some of these things, I would end up with way more Punta Cana albums than I'm comfortable with. And that says a lot because you guys know I don't really care. Yay! Hello, Cheryl. I am glad that you made it for a live. I'm sorry that this one's going to be short and sweet. Hopefully I can get some schedule setness, and I can make these a certain time. That would be really lovely. I think that would be lovely for me, for you, and my family, quite honestly. But anyway, like I said, this might seem strange that I am concerned with how many albums I'm going to have, because in my general life, I really don't care how many albums it ends up taking. Like, some years take up 8 or 9 albums, and I don't care. Disney trips can take up 8 or 9 albums, and I don't care. I don't want this particular trip to take up that many albums, and I can't tell you exactly why, other than I just don't want it to. There's no real reason behind it. You are in Washington too? Ah, yeah. When the weather switched, I didn't want to get out of bed. I was like, oh, it's a perfect day to stay at home with a blanket and a good book, and I just didn't want to go to work. And I did. I got up and went to work, but I feel like I'm in this kind of phase, you know? And I had originally had plans to do the other mixed media background that happened But, okay, these are mostly indoor things, and I feel like a lot of these are outdoor things. That might go. Okay. So these are all views of our resort that we stayed at. So I'm going to grab a few little things, and basically the only thing I'm going to do is decorate little parts on the page, right? And this will fit into the album where I have full decorations of, and I've got enough of these kind of scenery photos. These are my inside scenery photos. And I've also got a page of outside scenery photos that'll do the same thing. And I don't know if they probably won't be together in the album, but there will be a couple of these at least, so they aren't going to feel super out of place. Danielle, how are you doing down there? My daughter goes to college in Florida, and they're not even worried. She's in the Panhandle, though. Okay, so just got to figure out like what little things I want to decorate with, where I want them to go, and then that'll do it for this layout. Like, it's not going to be a ridiculous amount of things, but I want to include the things that I have already kind of included in my album already, because I want there to be continuity, right? Like, I don't want it to be all just new and different things. So when I'm kind of doing this kind of thing where I'm basically doing a pocket page on a flat piece of paper, I like to gather the things around and kind of try out and move things around and just kind of see how, oh look, I just found another piece of fun foam. That's exciting because my fun foam is getting dangerously low. So I've got unfun foam, so it's not like I'm having an issue, but the unfun foam is dangerously low. We'll pull out the sticker book too. What else? That's just packaging. I'm gonna throw that in the trash. You got lots of rain and wind, some trees down in them. So, well, I'm glad that you're safe. I feel like, honestly, I feel like wherever we move, there's been something like a natural disaster or some sort of disaster waiting to happen. So when we lived in Maryland, we got hurricanes. We even got a couple of tornadoes, so that was kind of crazy. We moved to Delaware, and where we lived in Delaware, we were in between a nuclear power plant and an oil refinery. We were close enough to the nuclear power plant that they actually gave us nuclear fallout pills to have, so, you know, in case the alarm went off or anything, you swallowed the pills. Then when we moved to California, we had our earthquakes, and now we're up here in the Seattle area, and there's, you know, a couple of volcanoes around, but it's fine. It's totally fine. So anyway, there are those things. Okay, so let's make some decisions because my husband is downstairs waiting to cook for me. He's going to cook me a steak. I'm so excited. So I need to eat the steak and basically go to bed. Oh, my stomach is growling. Okay. So here what I've done, wonder if this will fit. Could probably put something there. don't like that, but I do like the idea of something there. Do I have any scraps of paper? I know I have scraps of paper. Keep those out too, because those look like something I want to use. All right, here we go. I've got some scraps of paper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is glue this bad boy down with just a light little smattering of glue right there. By the way, I love these larger Nuvo bottles. Okay, I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to set it off to the side so that it can dry a little bit, and then I'm going to cut around it, and then I'll build a cluster there. I'm also going to build a little bit of a cluster down here. My question to myself, I might put a little tiny something over there. Maybe I'll put this over here. I think I'm going to put that over there. My question to myself, one, is where's my scissors? I've got 30,000 pairs of scissors, but you know, when you need a pair, you can never find them. My question to myself is, what do I want to build right here? Like, I can't just put down this sparkly ribbon and call it good, right? Like, that's definitely not going to be enough. And while I'm looking at this and I'm trying to figure out where I want to decorate on top of the page, I'm thinking about places that don't have a lot of important stuff in the photos. Like if I'm covering up this part of the ceiling up here, I don't really care. If I'm going to cover up this white tile floor down here, don't really care. If I'm going to cover up this white tile floor right here, I'm covering up a little bit of the door and a little bit of the ceiling, but it's not taking away from the photo itself. It's not taking away of what I want you to see. Plus there's another version of the door right here, so I feel like you're not really missing out on anything. Okay. I feel like behind the scenes is probably a good title for that. So I'm just gonna lay that gently there. I'm not pushing it down because I know I want it to be there, but I don't know exactly how I want it to be there. I don't know if I want it to layer over something. I don't know if it needs to, you know, be I kind of like these hearts. It needs to be a different color. What I do know is that these hearts need some white paper. I had a little scrap of white paper right around me, but I guess I don't. What did I do with it? I just had it earlier. All right. We're not going to go searching for a scrap of white paper. I'll just grab a piece of 8.5 by 11. Okay, so tell me about this, guys. Is school started in your areas? School has started in mine, and at the store I am training at, it takes me 9 minutes to get home, and after school let out, it took me 23. Alright, so I'm just going to cut this out, take that off, and I'm going to layer it here over top of my glitter ribbon. And I'll probably use this piece again somewhere else on the page. Okay. Some start after Labor Day. You know, we always, I homeschooled my kids, and we always started after Labor Day too. We never followed the school calendar. I need something a little bit taller right there, but we never followed the school calendar because I always felt like we could, one, get a lot more done, and two, I always hated telling the kids that they had to go back to school before Labor Day. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. Just need a little bit of something horizontal instead of all the, a little something vertical instead of all of the horizontal. I think that's why they did it when I was a kid too, but not, I feel like there was a lot more farming going on in Maryland when I was a kid. Like, I remember around us there was so much farmland, but now if you go back to those areas, it's not farmland anymore, it's all homes. Okay, so that's there, and I'll probably do a couple little dots. This is glued enough that I can cut it out now. So we'll go ahead and adhere this. And we are going to cut off a little bit of the shell, but I'm going to be okay with that, and I hope you guys are okay with that too. Okay, I'm going to put that over there like that. Ripped up my background there. Okay. Well, if I, you know what, my wood's a little bit crooked if I do it like that, so I'm gonna move it over just a little bit because nobody wants crooked wood. Okay, so there we go that way, and I'll go ahead and cut this off. We're gonna glue this edge a little bit better so when I cut it off it actually stays. No, and Deb, oh Deb, I've got to show. I don't remember if I showed Christopher the buckets of cookies. He doesn't get on Facebook a lot. So it's a struggle sometimes with my husband and Facebook. I'll say, oh, did you see this? And he'll be like, what? And I'll be like, are you kidding me? It's been on Facebook for a week. And he's like, huh? Not that I get on Facebook a whole lot, but I do at least scroll. I probably should interact more on social media. But, you know, sometimes you just don't want to be bothered. I did see your pictures. I don't think I showed him. I think that's what the problem is. I don't think I showed him. He's probably going to be upset that you took the time to take those pictures and I didn't share them with him. So I will do that tonight and apologize so much for not doing that. Okay. But seriously, social media drives me insane sometimes. Like, I like being a part of groups. I like being a part of Instagram and all the places. And I don't know. When I get on my phone, I'll scroll real quick. and the algorithms are so weird. Like, I don't see everything I want to see. I don't feel like I'm too lazy to actually go search for everything I want to see. So if I see something, I'm like, yes, that's cool. And if I don't see something, that's cool. Because honestly, if I'm on my phone, I'm either texting my family, because that's how we stay in touch since we're all over the country now. And when I say my family, I mean Christopher, Alex, Chloe, and Lana. Or I do my quick scrolling. I have a couple of games that I play a little bit, and I read on my phone. I read on my phone a lot. So, you know, if I have a choice, if somebody hands me my phone and says, hey, do you want to get on social media, or do you want to go read or something like that, I'm like, oh, please let me go read. Like, it just, you know, I think that means I'm getting old, you guys. I think that means I'm getting old. Okay, I'm gonna pop up this little heart over here. I realized that I wanted to have the colors that are in this album throughout this entire page, and there's none of this teal color, which is throughout the entire album. So I'm gonna put it right there, and I'm popping it up to give this a little bit of height. Oh, I don't even have Snapchat. And I used to be really good about Instagram. For both my personal and the business, and I'm not good at either one of them anymore. But YouTube is where I usually spend my social media time. I don't know, because it feels like somebody's there, like, right? Like, if you're watching the videos and they're talking, or you're watching a live, like, you feel, or at least I feel, more connected to that person. I don't feel that connection on like Instagram or as much. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I like that. I don't have that I don't have that connection like I feel on YouTube. Okay, good. Do I have any project plans for fall and winter? Yes, I will be doing my December project, which is a project that I do every December. My December project is a little bit like a December daily. It's a little bit like a journal your Christmas, and it is a little of just making pretty Christmas pages. That is something that I do. I'm also toying with the idea of doing my wine advent calendar album this fall, because I figure I'll be done with this, and I don't want to hop back into Disney, and I have so many photos I have to organize. But I have this wine advent calendar that Christopher bought me last year, and it's an 8.5 by 11 album that I bought for it. So it's going to be a different size too. So I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking about like a Thankful Thursday thing where I scrapbook about something I'm thankful for. I don't know. I've got a bunch of ideas kind of simmering around in my head, but nothing is completely settled yet. So if you guys have ideas, or you guys have things where you were like, Sandy, you said you were going to do this and you haven't done it yet, let me know. Because when we moved, I've lost a couple things in the move. I lost the Cricut plug, which I have a box up in the closet that I never opened that I think it might be in there. I lost my notebook that had all of my things that I had planned on doing scrapbooking wise and like project wise and scrapping reflections wise, and I don't know where it is. And I know I didn't pack it with the scrapbooking stuff because I said it was too important to put with the scrapbooking stuff. I needed it to be somewhere accessible. So I don't know where that accessible place is. That would be, you know what? Maybe we should do a Thankful Thursday hop. Let me post in some of the hop groups and see if anyone's interested. And please, God, let me write this down because I might not remember it. Because let's be honest, I've hit that point in my life where if I don't write it down, I don't remember it. I don't know why I keep writing this instead of Thurs. Thankful Thursday. Okay. We'll put that down so I can make that happen. I think that sounds fun. A Thankful Thursday, where you just scrapbook about something you're thankful for. And I know a lot of people do like 30 days of gratitude and things like that, and they get really deep into their feels. But it could be anything. It could be, you know, anything that you're thankful for. I mean, something stupid, like I'm thankful for an HEG, thankful for, you know, a hot glue gun, like dumb stuff, right? A lot of the times I like my scrapbooking lighthearted, and a lot of the times I like my scrapbooking deep in the feels. I mean, I scrapbook Disney trash cans, so you know I'm not always deep in the feels. I honestly don't know. I'm just running my mouth and not even scrapbooking at this point, but I honestly don't know how people can do it when they scrapbook and everything is deep in the feels. Like, how do you get out that much emotion and thoughts and feelings like every time you scrapbook, right? All right, we're gonna do Thankful Thursday. Are we thinking every Thursday in November because, you know, Thanksgiving? Or do we want to... Yeah, I think November's good enough. That'll give people time too, I think. But, yeah, I don't know how people can scrapbook deep in their feels all the time. Like, I really appreciate it. Scrapping on the Fly, who is Kristen, or Kristen, who is Scrapping on the Fly's series that she did about scrapbooking the hard stuff. I love that series, and I love that she was able to do that, and I appreciate that, and scrapbooking hard stuff is hard. Like, I still haven't scrapbooked all of my dad's photos, and my dad's been gone since 2004, but I just don't understand. I guess I can't emotionally connect with my scrapbooking deep in the feels like that, because scrapbooking is more of a fun thing, a way to be creative, a way to, you know, celebrate the things I'm enjoying and loving, and like, I do mostly scrapbook the good stuff, and I think that's okay. Like, whatever you want to scrapbook, I think that's okay. So anyway, rambling here, let's get, I don't want to say something that says just beachy because it's not really beachy. But I think my original intent was to use this Time to Relax die cut here. And I think I'm going to stick to it because honestly, you guys, I cannot explain to you how much this Punta Vallarta, good Lord, this Punta Cana vacation was so good for us. I just want to go back. Like, honestly, I would go, if right now, this is almost sacrilegious, but right now, if somebody said, Sandy, Do you want to go to Walt Disney World or do you want to go to Punta Cana? I would say Punta Cana right now. And that is like sacrilegious. Okay, I think this is going to be like, not like the title, but is the title. So time to relax. I feel like that needs to be popped up. Needs a little life. All right, let's see. So these pop foams I got from Brutus Monroe, and I got them because I wanted to try them out to see if I actually like them, and I do. And now that I've definitely got to place a Brutus Monroe order now, because now I have pop foams on my list. Look at that, a whole roll of adhesive used up. That makes me feel good. I get more excited about using up adhesive than I do about using up other things. And that sounds really weird, but you guys have no idea the level of adhesive that I have in my home. I don't remember who it was, but somebody was like, you should not call these Winey Wednesday Lives anymore. And I was like, why not? I mean, I drink wine. I think there's only been 1 or 2 times where I've been like, guys, I'm not feeling that great, or I'm not really in the mood for wine. I'm having coffee, or I'm having a Gatorade. And they were like, because you don't really drink a lot during the live. And I was like, well, it's usually because I'm running my mouth. And they were like, oh, maybe you should call it like Sandy's Stream of Consciousness or something. I'm like, no, nobody's going to want to watch something that says Sandy Stream of Consciousness. At least if it says Winey Wednesday Live, people are going to like think something fun might happen. Okay. So we're going to pop these guys on here, where it says time to relax. And like I said, nothing important is being covered up. A little bit of this tile work is, but honestly, like, you're not, it's fine. You see all the tile everywhere else. So I'll put that guy there just to fill in the space, because it feels like it's an awkward space. I don't think I need, should have pre-planned this a little bit better. Okay, that's going to go there. Now we need a little bit of something fun here, and I don't know what. You could always whine about something every Wednesday. You know what, Cheryl, that I could whine about something every Wednesday. I do have to say, there was a little while there where in all of my videos I was getting on a soapbox about something. But that was when I was much more engaged in social media. So maybe I need to be a little bit more engaged in the social media so I can actually whine about stuff. But I was talking to Chloe today at lunch, and, you know, I was like, you know, I have things that were much easier to do when Christopher and I were living in different states. So he had come up here to Washington before I did, and so I was home alone a lot. So it didn't matter. Like, I could spend hours on social media. I could spend hours responding to comments or posting in Facebook and stuff like that. But, you know, now we're back together, right? And I don't want to spend hours away from my husband. I actually like him. He is my best friend. And honestly, you guys, if he ever asked me to give up things, I would do it. I would not that he ever would, because he's not that kind of person, but if it ever came down to it, I would 100% choose my husband over anything else in this world. I'm going to put that little heart right there because I think that's adorable. And since there's 3 of these guys, we're going to put them here. I'm going to tuck them in and have them in each little cluster as well. I feel like there needs to be something fun here, and I don't know what. I'm like, I don't know what fun things to put there. No. Well, let's use a little pokey tool to poke that out. I think that's what I'm going to put. I'm going to put that there, that little tag with the gold around it. We're going to get some of our crochet thread because Mary Beth told me that that's what it was, and I remembered it was her this time. And then why can I not tie a bow? Oh, goodness. What time is it? 8:32. Okay. Okay, you guys, I tie bows all the time, and for some reason, my fingers are not working today. There we go. Wow, I cannot hold on to this thread today. Okay, we'll cut that off. And then, because that's a naked tag hole, and you guys know I cannot abide a naked tag hole, we'll put the little thing there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do some enamel dots. I'm doing them all in the same color, but they will all be in different sizes. Okay. And then we'll get this one down here. Put this one here. And this one on the other side of the heart. And I used up a whole sheet of enamel dots. And then that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Does anybody else have a garbage right below them at the desk and still tend to use a small container on them? You know, I used to have a small container on the desk and a trash can, and now I ended up I took the container away thinking that would make me actually use just the trash can. And now I end up with a pile on the desk that I have to move to the trash can. So yeah, I do feel you with that, Cheryl. Okay, guys, I am going to finish this. Christopher has come in and taken out my cardboard recycling and is letting me know he's ready to cook my steak. So we are going to stop because I'm done. This is good. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I did use up 2 things tonight. That's so awesome. I love using up stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna call this good. This is not usually the kind of layout I do on a Winey Wednesday Live. We usually do a little bit something more involved than this. But, you know, variety is the spice of life. And my Apple IIc computer used to tell me that all the time. No lie. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was a game that always started out and it always said variety is the spice of life. Anyway, that was years and years and years and years and years ago. So I'm going to shut up now and go eat a steak. Bye, guys.